What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania, and I'm here with a post review of Ajisai by Margaret Morales. I just don't even, I don't even know what to say, you guys. It's been 2 weeks. I finished her on the 24-hour live diamond painting. Sorry, I thought I might have seen a pop drill. I do. Hold on. There have been a couple of those. Been a little bit of a struggle. Oh, no, it's just taller, I think, than the rest of them. Yeah. This is about half of the painting. I am going to pop up on the screen for you here right now a full view of her because she's big, you guys. She's a 65 by 95 centimeter piece, and woof. To get her done in 2 weeks was a challenge, to say the least. But really a learning experience too, in a lot of ways. She's really only my second completion for a square painting, which, wow. To go at a painting like her second for a square. Am I right about that? Yeah, I think so. Because I had finished Paint the Moon, and then I started in on Grand Canal and Basilica Venice, but then, I mean, she showed up on the sneak peeks, and, I mean, what do you do? I kitted her up like the minute she arrived at my house, and you can see why. I mean, just fantastic. 59 colors. There were two ABs and 2 of the fairy dust. And honestly, I kind of did a post review-ish at the end of my first half of the live stream, because I finished her during the live, so I kind of showed everybody, you know, what was going on. And I mean, just gorgeous. I can't say enough. I really cannot say enough about this piece. Some of the pros of this piece, I feel like the render is spot on. I mean, to a T. When I look at this versus the large image I've got in my journal, just a moment, I will show you, like, looking at this large image, right? And then it's the same. It's the same. Sorry, bumped you. Everything is the same. Down to the fact that, you know, she really just, the transitions are amazing in between each part. I mean, this here, I would have thought would have been impossible to do in some form of render just here. And honestly, I mean, even just, okay, looking at this and looking at that right there, it's spot on. It's spot on. So, gorgeous job to the rendering team. I cannot say enough about that in particular. The AB placement also was done with care. It was done deliberately. It wasn't just, let's just throw some ABs in there and see what happens. It was, or fairy dust and just see what happens. It was done deliberately. The only ABs that you really see for the white AB are in the small dots. Let me pull this up a little bit here. There are small dots throughout here, you know, just those little dots. Those are the white ABs, and then back into the sky. I'm not sure what I would call this the background. The watercolor background. There are ABs there. As for the purple AB, the only place that you see the purple AB is in her hairpiece up here. Let's pull it down a little. here in the hairpiece here, in the hairpiece here. And that's it. That's really it. For the fairy dust, we have some that is very subtly in her hair here, just a little bit in the hair, sorry, in the hair right here, along the collar and shoulder of her kimono, into the obi, into the belt, into the obi, and then here at her elbow. Now, I do want to say that I feel like the rendering does a better job of pulling her out of the background with the outlining. I feel like the outlining does pull her out of the background where the original image does not necessarily do. I mean, I don't know, guys. It pretty much just looks the same. So I do also want to bring you down to the bottom here. So, sorry, it's very, ooh, look at that. Just shine, amazing. I love the delicate detail difference in the flowers on the sleeve of her kimono versus the flowers in the background. The other fairy dust that's used is in all of the leaves. And again, very deliberately placed. It's not just, thrown in there for fun and games. Like it's harder to see on the camera, but in person, just the details on the leaves with that fairy dust really bring it to life. Now, I have this obviously out so that you can see it, but I do want to get a little bit, I can't get over it. I do want to get a little bit closer and more personal, so I want to bring this back to the tabletop area. Welcome back. Now, I wanted to bring it to the tabletop area because I feel like I can scroll a little bit, with the piece. You can see now these fairy dust here. Can you see better the fairy dust? You can definitely see the ABs a little better in the flowers here. I cannot say enough. Now, along with most of the issues with light colored squares and a light colored background, there is some gapping. Obviously it's noticeable because it's in the light areas, and actually the camera, like you can kind of see in here, the camera is doing a lot to forgive, like, because what I can see right here you can't necessarily, and it's doing a lot to forgive it, but in person you can definitely see the gapping in the light areas. Now, I mean, there's fixes out there for it. I know Jaded Gem Shop had posted something about using mica, light colored mica in those gaps, and it would fill them. I might try that because I really do feel like I want to display this piece. I worked really hard and really long on it. But bringing it up this way a little bit. I absolutely adore what they've done. I thought at first that the colors that they would use for her face would be too dark, or can like there's a light spot here by her hair. I wasn't necessarily understanding what that was about until now that I'm off, like backed off of the piece. I get it. I love the subtlety of even just these two squares right here being able to portray her mouth slightly parted and just beautifully relaxed. The fact that her eyes, she's either looking down or her eyes are mostly closed, just absolutely stunning, you guys. I cannot say enough nice things. I will scroll it so that you can kind of see some more up close of the piece. Sorry, it's getting hung up. I'll go up some so you can see just there. I mean, even it is very confetti heavy. There really were not a lot of sections of color blocking. Little bit in her face, little bit here and there, really not much, because there are so many subtle and light gradations, especially in the flowers and everywhere. Just everywhere was very subtle, slight changes in color that really bring the piece to life. Because, I mean, in her neck even, you can see that there's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors, 8 colors, just in this area alone for her neck. Craziness. Now, the one thing that I did not quite get when I was close up on it, again, backing off really makes a huge difference, is the reds that were used up in here. I was like, ooh, I don't know, man, that looks a little, and then yeah, you back off of the piece and it looks, trust the process. That's, you know, honestly, that's what I'm learning. Her obi tie here in the front and the big bundle at the back are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, like I said, I feel like the original does allow the subject, I feel like, to be a part of the background, and that is just fine. Just fine. But I feel like the render team over at Diamond Art Club really did a lot to bring her forward. And I mean, obviously it's shiny. We expect that from a diamond painting, but I just honestly have been, it was a joy. It was an absolute joy. I love that you can really see those fairy dust popping out in the close up here. Now, I did want to give, like, here are some more fairy dust. I love them. That purple fairy dust may be my favorite. More here. More obvious up close. But I do absolutely love this piece. And yes, I did see that a new Morales came out. She's already sold out. Sold one to me. So I might try and do the same. Kit her up, get her done as quickly as I can. But let me give you a good close-up of her face. And yeah, I mean, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, you guys. And then the transition, I think, between the colors in the background, it's just glorious. Just absolutely glorious. For giving you my not straight placement. That's all me. That's 100% me. But just wonderful. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Did you get this piece? Are you working on this piece? And what do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? The last thing that I did want to show you guys was the trash, because I know obviously that, you know, there's always trash drills, right? And honestly, with this kit, it was pretty minimal. Now, I will show you also that, sorry about the glare, I did have lots of leftover. So every one of these is, well, those are all my specials. every one of these is pretty full with lots of leftover diamonds. I mean, I had leftovers of everything. Even, you know, like there was plenty. I did not worry about running out. And then let me get the trash ready for you. So really, honestly, there was not much. This is what fit into the tray. And spreading it out, it was like your usual suspects, right? So the one thing that I did notice in this one that was a little, it seems to be, I don't know if it's kind of an ongoing problem or what, but I'm noticing that a lot of the drills, like this pink one here, there's been a lot of them that have this weird dark something. There's another one. There's one. The pink there. The blue. I don't know what that is in the resin, and that blue one there. I kept finding those, like, varying throughout. You can see also that there's the resin holes. I mean, that's gonna happen. And then the last thing that I noticed was, and I feel like it's just a problem with resin, is the cupping. Like that one there, where they're cupped, you know, like this, and they won't stick down. And then those weird sticks of resin that you always get. But little globs, meh, you know, nothing too special. I found that one that was stuck together. Really, that was not an issue with this kit at all. No 310s in this at all. None. But really, like, for trash, I mean, for me, it seemed like it was a lot, like, for Diamond Art Club. But then I'm like, okay, for a 65 by 95 with 59 colors, meh, that's really not a lot. That's really not a lot. I can't complain, you know? But yeah, it just, honestly, and I'll give you another close-up of these, it just really wasn't much of anything. I can't remember why those ABs are there. I'd have to flip them over. I think it's because they were cupped on the bottom, but really that's nothing, right? I mean, and plenty of leftover. I mean, Diamond Art Club always knocks that out of the park for me. I've always had lots of leftovers. So pretty quick here, I'll be kitting this down and then kitting up my next piece for May, which you guys have, I think, decided on. I got to do the final tally and we'll find out, but I'm going to go ahead and call this one for the books, you know. I absolutely adored this piece, and I cannot wait to get my next Margaret Morales fix. I don't know if they're going to be on a roll of Margaret Morales, but I kind of don't mind. It's a problem that I don't mind having, you guys. But yeah, it was a blast. I enjoyed it immensely, and I very much appreciate just all of the work that I'm sure that the rendering team put into this and all of their pieces. So well done to the Diamond Art Club rendering team too. Kudos on you. What do I got coming up next? Who knows? We'll see. But for now, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you guys, as ever, for tuning in. If this is your first time watching, thank you for watching. If you are a normal subscriber, well, none of you are normal. I know my dazzlers, they're not normal at all. But thank you, as ever, for watching. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a beautiful morning, evening, or afternoon. And until the next time, we'll see ya. Bye-bye.